This year on Great British Menu.
I'm really feeling the pressure. These too close to call.
The country's best chefs are competing to showcase contemporary British cuisine.
Are you got your friend? I am.
In the year of the Queen's 90th birthday, the chefs are celebrating the everyday Great Britons she's honoured for their extraordinary achievements.
It's the most amazing thing you could ever receive.
The prize to cook at the ultimate banquet held at the historic Palace of Westminster. Here, the chefs must showcase the coming of age of British cuisine.
Everyone's going for the top of the leaderboard, I won't be the one that's there.
You think you're attracted all of a sudden something's missing?
That's the magic right there in the pan.
That was a stunning dish.
This year, our chefs have travelled the country to meet everyday Great Britons recognised for their remarkable work and dedicated commitment to their communities.
Our charity supports young cancer patients in the whole of Scotland.
Since the coronation more than 60 years ago, thousands of people have been honoured by the Queen.
This is the Queen's Gallantry Medal. That makes it super special.
This is the MBE, which Prince Charles gave me. Yeah.
What an honour.
It was an honour.
Inspired by these Great Britons, the chefs must demonstrate the transformation of British cuisine during the Queen's reign.
Looks fantastic.
To produce a lasting legacy for this new Elizabethan age.
Well, that was really good. I'll be definitely having this again.
Thank you very much.
This week, competing to be crowned Central Region Champion are three hopeful newcomers. Daniel Smith, a focused and competitive chef.
My cooking style is classical, uncomplicated, not to be underestimated, just like me.
Andrew Scott, whose food is about flavour and finesse.
I've trained in Michelin-star kitchens all my life. I'm here to win.
And Danny Gill, protege of GBM veteran Daniel Clifford, and a daring and innovative chef.
I've bought some really interesting pieces of kit. I'm hoping to do something that nobody's ever seen before on the Great British Menu to hopefully get me through to the banquet.
Judging the newcomers this week is one of Britain's most outstanding chefs, honoured by the Queen with an MBE.
Who do you think the veteran judge is going to be then?
I'd like to be judged by somebody at the top of the game. A Michelin-star chef would be good.
A veteran of the competition for the 5th time.
I want someone who's going to put the fear of God into a soap. Yeah, I think we are. Don't worry about that.
I think we've got that.
Michelin-starred Angela Hartnett.
Morning, chefs.
Good morning.
How are you feeling?
Now I've seen you. Good.
Yeah, good for seeing you.
You all think I'm an easy target.
I certainly don't think you're an easy target. You're ex-Ramsey, so...
Much nicer than Gordon,
yeah.
don't be silly. Andrew, level of nervousness out of 10?
11.
11?
It's controlled.
What about you, Daniel? Are you quite competitive?
Oh, 100%, yeah. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
I just want to get in that kitchen and get cooking.
Yeah, a lot to live up to, so good luck and give me some great tasting food.
Thank you.
First up, Andrew Scott with some classic ingredients.
The chef?
How are you feeling? Confident?
Very confident.
Very confident, love it. So the inspiration behind your whole menu?
Recognising all the work that the Queen's done for the country and basically all the awards she's given out to the people that have made Britain great.
So dish, what's it called?
Living on the breadline.
Living on the breadline?
Yeah. It basically represents two guys called David and Robin that run a food bank in my region.
Okay.
They collect ingredients. They distribute it then to 60 different charities.
Yeah.
And then those charities make meals for the homeless and the needy, basically. They've been given an MBE by the Queen, just so it'd be lovely to feature them.
Pretty amazing. So describe the dish. What are you using this oxtail for?
I'm going to braise the oxtail down and then reduce the stock, make it really sort of sticky and nice and tasty.
Yeah.
I'm going to salt bake the celeriac.
Yeah.
Through that, I'm going to put some Granny Smith, just cut through.
What are you using the yeast for?
Yeast is going to be a parsley dumpling.
Okay.
And then we're going to pour some celeriac soup around the edge.
Okay.
So it's like a pimp soup, posh soup.
Pimping
Pimping it up.
Okay, and you reckon this is a winning banquet dish?
Yeah, there's cheap ingredients and I'm trying to elevate them to a banquet dish.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you, chef.
Looking forward to tasting it. You know, I don't think there's anything overcomplicated there. Is it good enough for a banquet? Is it pushing the boundaries of gastronomic food? We will have to wait and see, really.
Next is Daniel Smith with a box of Norfolk ingredients.
Hey, Daniel, how are you?
Pleased to meet you.
So, Norfolk boy, born and bred, I
Exactly,
believe.
yeah, 100%.
So, what's the inspiration behind your whole menu?
I've taken the inspiration from how the judging panel rate and I suppose use the criteria for the honours lists and give the awards out for the Queen.
and I've used that for the inspiration for my titles of each dish.
So what's the title of this dish?
So this one is Making a Difference.
Right.
Teresa Dent, who's the CEO of the Game and Conservation Trust. She's been given a CBE for fantastic work.
So you've got beautiful partridge here?
So I'm going to take the breasts off.
Yep.
I'm going to use the legs and the bones to make the consomme.
So what are you going to do with these lovely
some fantastic
girolles?
girolles here. They've been picked by my forager, and they're just going to be sautéed very lightly in a little walnut oil.
Stem ginger?
It gives a little Asian influence in the apple puree.
What's that?
Pork crapping, that's going to be. So that's dehydrated pork. So there's going to be some textures in here. It's not overcomplicated. I can cook it for 60, 100 people, no worries.
So you're feeling confident
Yeah,
and you're ready
100%,
for
yeah.
it? You think you're going to beat him?
We'll see.
That's not very confident, we'll see.
You think you're going to beat Daniel?
Yeah.
You are? Oh.
We'll see.
Daniel's got a few little twists there. You know, he's got this stem ginger. He seems like he's got this dehydrated pork crackling. So I think he's elevating the dish. Let's see what he comes out with.
Finally, Danny Gill, with a box bursting with produce.
Morning, Danny. You all right?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
How are you feeling today?
Really excited to be here. Part of the dish is called Celebration of the Coronation.
Yeah.
Coronation chicken was actually created by a florist and a chef. The florist, he was the first florist to actually start using food with florist designs.
Okay.
So it is the flavours of Coronation chicken, but I'm putting a bit of a twist on it as well. The chicken is going to be brined and then confit down. I'm serving it with hand-dyed scallops. Some of them are going to be served raw in a tartar.
Yeah.
Some of them are going to be roasted.
Right.
I've got some mangoes. I'm going to be taking thin slices of these, making like an open ravioli.
Okay.
So we'll cut discs, make a little filling with the Coronation chicken and the scallops. Got some lovely edible flowers on there as well.
Lots going on then.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I want to push myself to the limit.
Okay, do you think he's got too much going on?
I don't know. I mean, I think it looks great. I'm really intrigued.
There's a bit of a balancing act with all those spices and flavours. I've practiced it a lot, so we'll hopefully we can pull it off.
Well, good luck, yeah?
Thank you very
Sounds
much.
great.
Yeah.
Danny's celebration of the coronation. Chicken and mango do go together. Scallops is the new twist to it. It's obviously complicated. He's up for the challenge and, you know, he really wants to win.
As the chefs get to work, their thoughts are on impressing Angela with their take on the brief.
Now that we're here, lads, you've got a good feeling about how you've gone about the brief?
We've got to cook great food for these honouring people. Got to smash it.
We all need to get off to a good start, I think.
Let's just hope Angela likes what we're doing.
Yeah, she's got super high expectations. She's going to be sending someone home on Thursday, but she's not going to be a pussycat, is she? Approach with caution.
Daniel is butchering his Norfolk partridge. He'll poach the breast in the water bath and use the bones to make a consomme for his Making a Difference dish, which celebrates British game.
My concerns here are just getting that flavour packed into this consomme, which I've been doing on my practice runs. I can't hide from what I'm doing here. I'm doing some simple things, but I think my ingredients all honour people we're cooking for on this competition.
Food runs in Daniel Smith's family.
Hi, Dan. I'm right.
Mum Sarah has been running a tea room on the Great Yarmouth seafront for 18 years.
Mum and Dan don't always see eye to eye in the kitchen, do we? No. Maybe not.
But Daniel still wants her input on his partridge consomme for the competition.
Just drink it like tea.
Oh, it's delicious. Absolutely gorgeous. Dan has always been magical at getting flavours to come out of food. Such a clever lad.
After training in kitchens around the UK, Daniel returned to his Norfolk roots and is now chef proprietor of the Ingham Swan.
One mackerel, one pigeon. Nice one.
A passionate advocate of local produce, Daniel hopes his unfussy cooking will go down well in the competition.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to be using modern techniques, but I believe that simplicity is key, and if I can cook that to perfection, what more do I need?
He can count on the support of his young family. His children always enjoy Dad's cooking.
So Daddy's going to do this on the Great British Menu.
That's nice.
All right, well, we're on a winner, are we? So I suppose I've been a big fish in a small pond, being in Norfolk, so it does concern me that I'm going to be the little fish, but the little fish may still win.
Daniel's working on the vegetable accompaniments for his partridge dish, which is inspired by the Game and Conservation Trust, including Norfolk forage girole mushrooms and an unusual apple and ginger puree.
Confident. I'm happy way things are going.
All right, Daniel?
Yeah, I'm getting there, definitely getting there. I'm going to be cruising for a little while.
Okay, why is
So
that?
I've got the consomme on, I've got a little apple puree there as well.
Do you want to come for a coffee? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, maybe, we have a little sit down, a little sleep.
And is that yours as well?
Plus the parsley crumb. It's just blitzed up bread, it's just got the parsley in there. I'm going to saute that so it's nice and crunchy and crispy. I've got the pork crackling as well, so that is that texture in there.
All right, good.
Cool.
Danny is working at double quick speed as he prepares his reinvented coronation chicken starter, a challenging dish with many complex elements.
I've got 2 purees. Yeah. I've got pickles, confit chicken, and I've got the scallops being served in a couple of different ways as well. So,
Are you concerned you've bitten off more than you can chew?
no, not all.
Instead of traditional apricot, Danny's using mango. A coronation chicken and scallop filling will be served in slices of mango ravioli.
These are flavours that work. As soon as you have the first mouthful of this dish, you're going to know what you're eating. People who have been awarded these amazing honours by the Queen, they go above and beyond the call of duty, so I want to try and reflect that.
How many mango raviolis you making?
Close.
Okay, Danny?
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
You say your ravioli?
Yeah, so that's basically nice and thinly sliced, a bit closer to the time, a little bit of lime juice, a little bit of coriander chopped on there, and my filling's going to go in there.
I hate coriander, you know that. I won't hold it against you, but I do. Yeah,
Okay,
just generally.
I might leave it off now
No,
then.
no, don't leave it off. Keep it on the dish. You must not like something, surely.
No, to be honest with you, there's not.
Really?
Yeah. I
Wow.
don't like coming second.
You don't like... I like that, Danny. Listen, good luck. See you later.
Yeah.
For 3 years, Danny Gill headed up the kitchen at Daniel Clifford's Midsummer House in Cambridge. Now, with his mentor's backing, Danny's about to set up his own venture.
Restaurant bit, isn't it? Yeah. There's about 20 covers in the front area here.
Danny was keen to show it off to his dad, Alan, who's been a great inspiration.
So all the guests can see into the kitchen.
Watch your language.
Yeah, I have to watch my language.
Alan worked as a chef in the RAF and as cook for the Queen and other royals. Danny grew up helping his dad in the kitchen.
We had enthusiasm even when you were a
Yeah.
kid, you know? When you used to go in the kitchen on a Saturday morning to peel carrots and veg. It was you that got you to where you are now. Through your determination, this is your dream, and you got your reward.
With Danny waiting to get into his new kitchen, mentor Daniel was keen to see how his competition menu was coming along.
What's the key words you've taken out to brief this year? Taking things that are ordinary and making them extraordinary.
I can't wait to see you on the telly.
Cheers, chef.
Danny's still up against it to get the many elements of his reimagined coronation chicken finished on time.
Every chef interprets simplicity differently. In my opinion, this dish is simple. Lots of different elements, lots of different technique, but on the plate it will come across quite simple.
He's working on his spiced coronation dressing and crispy curried shallot rings.
Danny, you going to slow down at any point?
No. I'm waiting, otherwise this dish ain't going to happen.
Like Superman, you are. 1 minute you're over here, it's like you got a brother in here.
Andrew's making a celeriac soup for his starter, inspired by the founders of a charity food bank awarded MBEs for their work.
Everything's going well, but it's really hot. It's intense.
It will be served with oxtail, which is usually tenderised by slow braising, but Andrew has to use a different technique as he has limited time.
Daniel, you have to do this.
And it's proving problematic.
What's this? Press cooker? No idea, mate. Not use one like that.
It's like pub camp.
Here we go.
I hate these things. It's in the pressure cooker, so yeah, I'm praying.
Andrew Scott formerly headed up a Michelin star kitchen
Service?
and has a passion for reworking old recipes. At Restaurant 56 in Oxfordshire, he serves new versions of retro classics with lashings of nostalgia.
What we try and do here is look at things that you ate when you were a child. We do a Parma violet marshmallow. We do a custard ice cream. Let people go away happy.
Andrew's Brummie heritage boasts a family of good home cooks. Mum Dawn is one of them. She joined Andrew at his restaurant to remind him of a favourite Scott family dumpling recipe.
It's been such a long time since we did any cooking.
I'm usually washing up behind you. Or you vice versa.
Washing up behind me, that's for sure.
So this is a cookbook that was handed down by Nanny Dolly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The recipe that I know and love is this one, but I can't serve these to the judges.
Why?
I need to elevate it to sort of restaurant standard.
They might like my dumplings.
I mean, they're a bit rough.
They're a bit rough. Oh, not happy with that.
Now it's up to Mum Dawn to decide if the original family recipe or Andrew's new refined dumplings are best for the competition.
I like the look of mine, Andrew.
Yeah, yours are traditional.
They're lovely.
Yeah?
Nanny dollies always are.
Mine are different. What do you think to that one?
Lovely.
Yeah?
But I think you should make them a bit lighter. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make her proud and do the best I can.
In the kitchen, Andrew's using an old-fashioned culinary technique for his living on the breadline starter.
What are you doing there, then, mate?
I'm just salt baking the celeriac. It's a mixture of egg white and just normal salt. It was quite an ancient way of cooking, but now it seems to be all the rage with everything.
His simple approach, in keeping with the charity food bank theme, hasn't gone unnoticed by competitor Danny.
The banquet is a once-in-a-lifetime thing for these people. Do you not think they want something a little bit luxurious? I think my dish, just being based on two guys running the food bank, I think it had to be from cheap ingredients and then elevated to a dish for the banquet. They don't feel like they're being cheated.
Andrew's hoping his homely but refined cooking will impress veteran Angela as well.
So how are you, Andrew?
I'm good, I'm just doing my parsley dumplings.
Is there any suet or anything in it?
The suet, that's quite a traditional way of doing a dumpling.
Yeah.
And I took that out and just tried to make it a bit more light and airy. Because it's a banquet, I don't want it to be too heavy from the get-go.
Are you feeling everything's going according to plan?
I'm not arrogant, but I've got to be confident. So yeah, I think it nails the brief. I think you'll have to tell me later.
Also keeping his cool is Daniel. He's first to plate up his starter using Norfolk produce and in honour of the Game and Conservation Trust. He starts with apple and ginger puree, girole mushrooms,
And breast, are you carving it?
I'm just going to cut it once.
and sliced partridge breast, topped with crispy shallot rings and apple matchsticks.
You ready?
Just about there.
Daniel garnishes with watercress, parsley crumb, and pork crackling. His partridge tea consommé is served in shotgun cartridges. The plate is presented in a medal box.
This certainly for me signifies who we're giving it to, which is the honorary guests of the Queen.
So, this you would present like this at the banquet?
Yeah, 100% like that.
Okay, right, you hold that. Let's go.
I love the presentation. Yeah, I definitely think it hits the brief. Yeah, these little shotgun cartridges are cool.
Just pour on the consommé.
Nice flavour on the consommé.
Do you think it's seasoned as you wanted it?
As that sauce reduced, its natural salts add enough flavour to this dish.
The partridge is cooked as you would want it to be?
Yeah, definitely. It's very tender.
I prefer a bird roasted on the crown rather than taken off and put through a water bath. Mushrooms could do a bit more seasoning.
And the mushrooms, there's enough walnut oil, so
Yeah, just a small amount of nuttiness in the mushrooms.
I'd just like a little bit more sharpness from the apple. Yeah. A bit more of it, a bit more of the puree. Yeah, more puree on the plate would help. I can't taste the parsley.
What would you mark it out of 10?
A good 8. For the first course, that's, for me, has made me chuffed.
I'd probably give it a 6. 6? Oh, I wouldn't want you as my veteran judge. How was that?
Fun.
Did she look like she enjoyed it?
I'm not getting any signals to say she didn't.
Okay, that's good.
Danny is next to plate his ambitious starter, a reinvention of coronation chicken. He's serving his dish on floral plates designed to give a nod to the chef and florist who created the original dish. He starts with mango ravioli stuffed with chicken, scallops, and featuring coriander.
You still got that coriander on there, then, mate?
That doesn't affect how I taste it. Stop winding him up.
Next are the pickled jasmine raisins.
Who made those plates?
I did. I designed them and took them to the florist. Does all the flower arrangements for the Queen.
Followed by spiced mango puree.
Is it the same flowers the Queen had at her coronation? You're going to let Angela take on them plates home when we're finished? Depends how nice she is to me today.
Pickled shallots are next. Confit chicken leg topped with coronation dressing and puffed wild rice. Seared scallops are sprinkled with crispy chicken skin. Edible flowers and curried shallot rings garnish. The final ingredient is raw scallop tartare.
I think it looks amazing.
You should have been a florist as well as a chef.
Man of many talents. Let's see if you can cook, Lola.
Yeah. So we open this banquet with a special dish, coronation chicken served with fish. Cool. I like it as well.
On this shell, I've got the roasted scallop with a little crispy chicken skin.
I wanted a little bit of crunch on there.
Scallop is just cooked.
It's just good, yeah.
The mango ravioli, the mango's nice and fresh.
And the raviolis work for you?
I think the spice works well with the chicken.
The chilli should be sort of put a bit more curry, and then we'll get that coronation.
Maybe, yeah, I think you're
flavor.
right.
And what about the tartare?
I like the different textures.
And you've got all these little extras, as in the onion ring, you've got the raisins, and then you've got the edible flowers.
It's not merging as one dish.
Yeah, I don't know if it was worth all the running around. I think he could have taken a few elements off.
What would you score yourself?
I'll score this an 8. I wanted that wow factor, and I really think this delivers it.
Andrew is last to plate up his simple but refined starter, living on the breadline, that he hopes celebrates his Great Britons, the founders of a charity food bank.
Not for that. Good. I think it's good, yeah.
First on the plate is shredded salt-baked celeriac and Granny Smith apples.
Hey, how'd it go?
Complete poker face. Were you happy with it?
Yeah, I was really happy with it. Yeah, I was really happy with it. You just don't know, do you?
Andrew layers the oxtail onto the celeriac. He brushes dumplings with oxtail sauce and places on top. Celeriac crisps and micro parsley provide a garnish. The celeriac soup is served in tin cans on miniature shelves, representing the charity food bank.
Says my dish that's living on the breadline.
What do you think, Daniel?
I think the plate looks lovely.
What about you, Danny?
I love the story. I think the presentation's great.
Right, let's go and try it.
Enjoy, boys.
For David and Robin, 2 charity workers in order for the MVEs, are devoting their time to collecting leftover food for people in need.
These guys must be very proud you've done this.
Yeah, just representing all their hard work.
Quite a thick soup, I suppose.
I think it could be slightly thinner. It's quite a hard balance in it.
The salt-baked celeria, that's turned out as you wanted it.
Yeah, it's nice and crunchy.
It doesn't scream out that it's been salt baked.
No.
But nevertheless, the flavour of it is really, really lovely.
The dumpling's quite heavy for me. It's a bit bready, I suppose, maybe.
And the dumpling light as you wanted it.
Could be a little bit lighter.
And is the oxtail braised enough for you in that pressure cooker?
The oxtail I'm quite happy with, actually, and that was the thing I was most worried with.
I really like the oxtail. Lovely and moist. Do you think it needs the crisps?
No, that soup has gone on it, I'm assuming.
They've got a bit soggy?
Yeah.
Marks out of 10?
I'd be happy with a 7. How'd it go, Andrew? Good, I think. Did Angela give much away? No. No. Do you think you got a good score?
I'll give myself an 8.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be disappointed with anything less than an 8. This is... my palms are sweating. Yeah.
Okay, guys, how you feeling?
A little nervous?
Well, it's the first course out of the way. So, Daniel, I'm going to start with your dish, making a difference. I thought the presentation in the medal box was really original, and I thought the consommé was delicious. And in fact, every component of your dish tasted good. However, Daniel, I think you needed to put more of that apple puree on the plate.
Okay.
The crispy pork, you should have added more on there, give a bit more texture to it. It didn't really kick and pack those flavours for a dish that's got to go on the Great British Banquet. Danny, with your celebration of coronation, you were a man on a mission today, weren't you? Running around. Great to see that energy, especially for the first course. And I thought your ravioli, just using the mango skin, was nice. And your presentation, without doubt, was brilliant. But the coronation chicken, I think it needed more spice. And I also think you could have actually had more coronation chicken. I don't think each little element came together as a whole dish. It felt like 3 sort of little canopy dishes. Andrew, and you're living on the breadline. I like the story behind the dish. The oxtail had a lovely texture to it, and it was really full of flavour. The apple and celeriac worked very well together. Great classic combination, but that dish was in a soup bowl. It needed to be a proper soup. You needed more of it, lighter, not quite so thick. You made a big deal about getting these parsley dumplings nice and light. They weren't as light as they could have been. With the celeriac crisps, as soon as you poured the soup over them, they weren't crisp anymore, and I felt that dish was a little bit safe. Now to the scores. Daniel, I'm going to start with you. And I'm going to give you a score of 7 out of 10. Andrew, I'm giving you a score of 6. Danny, I'm scoring you a 7. Chefs, you can all do a lot better than you did today. I expect brilliant tasting, bold, delicious food from the next. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Well done, boys. It's not better.
A little bit disappointed with the score. Quite competitive, so always want to do better.
So yeah, it's not bad. They're average scores.
All to play for.
Yeah.
All to play for.
Yeah.
Angela liked it. She picked on things which I believe I can change. I'm really happy with that result.
It's close. Yeah, really close. Yeah, I'm a point behind, but I've got 3 more to go. I'm confident still.